Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft survival video. Today is episode 38. We're getting to the big 50. We're getting to half a century's worth of Minecraft survival videos if you were to watch one a year, which I probably won't because I've recorded them all, so I know sort of roughly what happened. But anyway, last time we built the almighty Guardian farm, which I called the Lagosaurus Rex, because it was just so laggy. And this time I'm thinking, we need to tone things down a little bit, and I left my fireworks over at the base, the storage room. So yeah, I think today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking quite a chilled episode because I've got so many videos to do. Like in the next 7 days I've got to do 10, I've got to do 9 more, 8 more after this one. That's pretty much one for every day for the week, but it's not, pretty much have to make at least one a day. And where is my, it's probably up here somewhere, aren't they? So yeah, I'm trying, because obviously half term's coming up and there'll be a lot of background noise, so I'm just trying to obviously get things done before then, because then that just quietens it down. So I think in this episode I'm probably going to be harvesting some farms, resource gathering, stuff like that, because we're sort of running low on some materials. Like I've got absolutely no soul sand left, and I do need soul sand for one of my future projects. Actually, my next one, yeah, it's part of my next one, but I won't need it for a few weeks, so I won't worry about that today. Or I might, I don't know. But I'll show you my next project, like a sneak peek at it. I mean, I haven't quite finished it, but it should be. It's nearly done. For what I'm going to do on the creative version of it, it's nearly done. Because I'm only building like one section, because there's 4 sections that's the same. Like, pretty much exactly the same. But there's no point in me building all 4 of them, digging it all out, building it, if it's exactly the same as the other one. So I've created one, then on survival, in my own time, I've obviously digged them out. Then all I've got to do is just build it in the hole I have left. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'll pop over. Wait, was I going to show you something first? You know what, let's just harvest the farms. Oh, I need a hoe, don't I? Oh dear. Yeah, so we got to, so as I was saying earlier, we're just going to be resource gathering because we do need some sweet resources. And need a lot of wood, nether wart. I need a lot of melon seeds, pumpkin seeds, because we're building a farm. Like, we're building a lot of farms, like a big farm project, and I cannot take off for the life of me. There we go. That's better. I need to go back to my witch farm because I forgot a hoe. So I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so I've got a hoe. I just brought, because for some weird reason I had 3 diamond toes in my chest, so I just brought one over, but 2 of them were fully mended, so I just thought bring one of them over because it just makes sense. Oh dear, that was unexpected. Okay, I was not expecting that. He must have got stuck in the fences when I was sleeping. He was watching me sleep. But yeah, okay, let's pop over to my carrot farm quickly. Let's quickly till this single bit of ground. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this hoe in this chest right here. And oh, there's my other rice. I was looking for that. Yeah, I ran out of inventory space and I was doing something the other day. And I sort of didn't know where to put anything. So I just stuck it in there. So I harvested my ice farm. And I got about 13 stacks and 19. Which is a lot more than I was expecting. Like, I was expecting 7 or 8 stacks. So, and speaking of which, have I actually powered up again? I don't think I have. I'll probably fly over and check after this. Yes, they're just going to be farming. Pretty much doing like resource gathering. But not like mining sort of resource. Not like caves and stuff. Just sort of wood, crops. Because I do need, if there's one thing I need a lot of for this project, it's wood, because I've just got so much. Like, I've got so many. Like, I'm using stripper logs because I haven't really used them yet, and I've sort of designed it with stripper logs, and it's looking quite nice. And I need a whole bunch of trees. I need, like, the main colour is oak, but I've also got a little bit of jungle in there. I've got a lot of spruce slabs, so I want to add that in. And yeah, that's. And I was just thinking as well, maybe for these farms, I should add slabs here, because then drops can't go in. Because obviously the water can now go through the slabs. I was just thinking about that. That could be a good farm design, because then you've literally got like a lossless farm. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I might do that one day. But these farms like aren't really used, because these are like my current farms. Which is why I'm building my automatic ones, because I've got to the point in my world where I've sort of got a lot I need to keep running. Like I want to build a village trading area, and I'm starting to run low on food. Like when I first started, this was a saviour, because I had no food, no enchant, like nothing on my sword, like fire aspect or anything, and I had no animal farms or anything like that. So I just thought, set this up and we'll be laughing, really. And then keep harvesting it like every other day. Get loads of potatoes, eat them. Well, smelt them, eat them. And then you're laughing, because you've got so much food. Then obviously I sort of stopped playing for quite a while on this version. I went on the creative save of this. Designed a whole bunch of projects, like I designed a creeper farm, slime farm, all the spawners I've got, like skeleton spawner, spider spawner. Like I designed all of them, and it was just like, oh my god. And suddenly, like back in January, February, I designed my base over there, like the jungle one that I always die in. And I was like, you know what? Let's build this in survival. It only used like 9-10 stacks of logs. Nope, it used about 20-30. Well, I'm not sure, but he used quite a lot of logs. And before then I was playing on my PS3, so obviously it was a bit laggier, so I had to put up with a bit of lag and stuff like that, but that's fine. It didn't really trouble me. But now that I brought a PS4, I'm sort of on here a lot more. I haven't actually been on my PS3 since I've had this PS4, which I got it as like a Christmas present to myself. Like I brought it as a Christmas present for myself. I mean, I brought it on Christmas Day, and it came, well, I ordered it offline, well, on the internet, and it came a few days later when I was at work. So that's always good. And I brought a few games. I didn't have Minecraft at first. That sort of held back to get Minecraft, because I was just like, okay, I've got it on the PS3, so if I want to go on it, I can go on there. So I didn't go on it for like 2 months, and then all my friends had it, so they're like, well, some of my friends had it, so like, you should get it. I was like, Then after a little bit of convincing me, I was like, okay, I'm getting it. So then I brought it back in like, I think February, March, I think, like around that time anyway. And yeah, now, and that's around the time I started thought about making a Minecraft series, and that was good. It was a good thing I did, because like just how far this world has come since then. No, I think, yeah, I did have the slime farm, but I don't know what to say really. A survival series sort of motivated me to do projects on this world. Like if I hadn't done this series, I would never have built the aquarium. I would never have built like the Enderman farm, Guardian farm. I would have been like, no, they're too big of projects. And now that I've got YouTube, I sort of make these videos on this world, because I obviously used to make the series on an old world, but then I never went on that world, meaning I wasn't resource gathering or anything like that. But and I was always on this world, so that's why I sort of switched over. Because I just thought if I come onto this world, yes, it'll be like, you could count it as slightly cheated, because, you know, I've been on this survival for quite a while, but I haven't got everything. Like, I still haven't got a gold farm, I still haven't got automatic farms, but that's what I'm working on next time. The next episode will be sort of digging up the area there a little bit, and maybe the episode after doing the iron farm, because I do have a very small iron farm there, and it's a good little iron farm. You know, it's not the best, it's not like an iron titan or anything, but it gets the job done. Bear in mind, this is only a single player world, so the demand for iron isn't as high as it is for a server. Maybe one day I'll think about making a super iron farm. That's like super good. I've said super quite a lot. Super duper. And obviously if Minecraft Bedrock was announced for the PS4, then I'd definitely make it, because, well, that'd be a great motivator, because obviously infinite mobs mean I could make villager powered farms. So I would consider doing that as well. Changing my farms to villager powered. I mean, it's fully automatic. I mean, I can get stacks upon stacks of carrots and that. Because the only limitation on console right now, to me personally, is the mob drops. Like, that is the only limit. Because I made a nether wart farm the other day, you know, just to see how good could this be. And no word of a lie, I planted about it took about 77 sugarcane nether wart per section, and there was 2 sections on each layer, so that meant around 154 nether wart, I want to say. So it's about 700, so that's about 9 stacks, and it gave me about 9 stacks back. So really, it gave me less than 9 stacks, so I was actually losing nether wart, which is a bit annoying, because the whole point of the farm is to get more, and that's obviously because the item limits on console are so low. So that's one thing I wish they did change, even if it's just for PS4, because obviously they don't update the console anymore, they only update the PS4. So if they could just up the item limit, that would really benefit like people who make farms, because like nether wart farms, you can't make massive ones. Like, it's because it was quite a good farm. Like, it would have got me like 40 something stacks per harvest, according to my calculations, which are never right, but you know, what can you say? I can always live the dream. I mean, that's what I do all the time. I dream. And this clip is really dragging on, isn't it? Yeah, so after this I'm gonna I'll finish harvesting in this area, and I'll meet you over at the spawn area project, where I'm gonna harvest them farms, because I need a lot of cocoa beans and nether wart for said project. Alrighty, so I'm just in the process of now harvesting all of these farms, but I've sort of nearly filled up my inventory already, so you know, that's not a big deal, because I have got a shulker box. But I've sort of separated what I've got from the last farm from this farm. So, like, the last farm's filled up an entire shulker box, which I was surprised about. Not completely, but, well, it used up all the slots, but it didn't completely stack up to 64. So yeah, that was good. I'm just in the process of going through the farms at the spawn area project, because I haven't used these in quite a while. I've not used these since before the aquatic update, which came out about a month ago tomorrow for me, but over a month ago at the time this releases. And yeah, that's quite a long time ago. I'm quite a lazy person when it comes to farming. Like, I don't really do it much, but I do want to start to. And if you're, wondering why I'm just farming all episode long, because I've got about 35 minutes until I have to start getting ready for tomorrow, because I want to get everything ready like tonight rather than in the morning, because otherwise it's just going to be a bit crazy. I'm going to be rushed and it's not going to be nice, because I'll just be, because obviously right now I'm feeling fine, but in the morning I could be a bit, nerves start to kick in, but I'll try not to get nerves. I mean, it's hard for me too. I can't remember the last time I felt nervous. Like, I'm being completely serious, I can't remember. It was that long ago. And yeah, I just thought, let's do a nice laid back video tonight, just to sort of ease myself, because I've still got, because I just thought, I'm going to do literally everything tonight. I'm going to shave, shower, because I'm looking like Godzilla right now. By Godzilla I mean, if Godzilla had no hair on his face, then yeah, that's me. A bald Godzilla. Just a furless one. Oh dear. I'll fix that. Yeah, there's a bug in the game right now with stalks. Like, as you can see, this is not tilled. I sort of stomped on it by accident, and it sort of stays there. It shouldn't. It should have popped off. And oh my goodness, I've filled up everything. So let's grab the shulker box, plonk it down. I start from here to here. Just as you can see, I've sorted it all out. There we are. So that'll give me, I've got enough melons, enough of all them for the project. Sugarcane, I've got enough of. Cactus, I'll need a lot more of. So I am going to harvest this. So I need so much more cactus. I don't know how much I'll need, but each layer will probably use about a stack, and there's 5 layers, so I need about 5 stacks of cactus. So what I'll do in the meantime, I will just keep doing this. Yeah, just keep breaking, especially cocoa bean and cactus, because they're really the only 2 I need right now. And kelp, I need a lot of kelp. I've got plenty, but I just need more, because obviously I want to plant a lot of kelp, because obviously I've got these furnaces to fuel, I've got my furnaces at my base to fuel, and then if anyone else needs fuel, I've got to fuel their furnaces. But I'm going to try and encourage people to build kelp farms, even if I build it for them, because the design I'm using has no redstone in it. And I'll show it off at the end of this video, as well as the entire project as a whole, because it's looking, I mean, it's not done, it's probably about, in terms of what I'm going to be building, like building on that particular version, it's probably about 90% done. Like, it's not there, but it's not far off. And oh dear, I've got all this to do. Okay, I'll farm all these cocoa beans, because this will take a while, and I'll meet you. I'll be back once I've planted all these. Alright, so I've now collected all the crops from here, besides the sugarcane, because I've got enough of that already, and altogether it's not quite organised, but these are all the resources I got from this area, sort of, because I've sort of merged them with the others, and I've sort of got all this in here, so I've probably got about 4 stacks of what, if you call it, wheat and beetroot now, so that's good. So next up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this over to my storage room, and I'm going to load up my creative version, and I'm going to show you what I've been building so far, because it's looking quite good and it's nearly done, and I want you to see it as like a sort of sneak peek, because it's not quite done yet. And I didn't even turn this on. Okay, so I hope this works. Okay, okay. I mean, it still sort of works. I mean, I hope these don't freeze over. If these freeze over, then obviously I have to redesign the farm. But it should be fine for the time being. So I've turned this on. I still need to landscape that. I'll do that some other time. I'm ashamed of myself. But yeah, let's load up this world. Alrighty, so I've now just flew over here. It took me about 5 minutes to find because I haven't actually got it like connected up to the nether, but it's looking a bit messy right now. But I'll show you this section because that's like the only nearly complete section. And obviously I haven't terraformed or anything on this version. But yeah, this is my farm area. So I'll give you a quick tour. So obviously here's my iron farm. And I don't know whether to do 1 or 2. Like if I do 2, what I'll probably do is do this bottom one on camera, because that is exactly the same as this, but the only difference is that this one has a killing chamber. So but they fall through into the killing chamber, so it doesn't really affect them. It does affect ratings, mob rates, but obviously I don't want to make it too repeated in the video because otherwise it just gets a bit boring. And let's pop over here first because this is going to be the first thing actually no, let's do it in order of how I'm going to build it because I don't know yet. So the first thing I'll build after my iron farm is this room right here, which is sort of like a foyer area, and below here will be sort of like a bulk storage system which is redstone powered, so it'll be all fully automatic down here as well. The only redstone sorting system on this world as of yet, I think so, yeah. There used to be one, but now it's gone, so this will be the only one. And it's going to be a lot deeper than this, but I just haven't dug it out yet. It's going to be as deep as this, maybe a little bit deeper than that, depending on how I feel. And yeah, this little beacon, this little bit here, this sort of column in the middle, hides the iron farm. And you won't actually see this chest. There will be a hopper. And yeah, I thought I'd try something new with this part of the wall. So I sort of went for sea pickles in the wall. We're surrounded by glass. Because in that way it sort of just looks a bit nice really. It's something different. Breaks it up a little bit. And I think it does look nice. So I sort of got strip jungle log here. And sort of the walls, again I've stripped the logs. And I think this room does look nice. Like it is wooden, because the main theme of this place is sort of wood. I've sort of gone for wood everywhere because it's fairly cheap-ish. I just wanted to go for something basic because I don't want to go too advanced and use stone and everything because obviously just doesn't have as much colour. Whereas this is like a browny colour, so like dirt. I mean, it sort of looks a bit more natural. Which then means when I decorate up here, which I will do in time, I'll sort of put flowers in it up, maybe some trees. It'll just make it blend in a bit more, if that makes sense. So and also the golems are, the only colour here is the iron golems. Death machine thing, which I built wrong in this version, because it's meant to be 3x3, but I accidentally built it 5x5. Because I built it 3x3. But then I've done this iron farm 1 block too big, so that's extended it out. But I'll make it 3x3. Okay, so let's start off with the first farm here, which is kelp. Now, I must say, the only farm that's my design as of now is the sugarcane farm and the nether wart. Like the melon and pumpkin farms, I struggled for hours upon hours. I'm talking like 12 hours. I probably struggled trying to find a farm, and I don't know why I've gone into this farm, but the melon and pumpkin ones, they're quite basic. The pumpkins, this is half the pumpkin farm. This drops 4.5 stacks. Like each time, if it's full, and it's powered by a daylight sensor, which is just down there, and it sort of acts like a button, so it sort of pushes it straight away. I mean, stuff can grow instantly. And there's sort of 6 small modules. I'll say 6 modules, and it's 12 modules deep, so that's about 72 modules, I think. Something like that. And let's dive right into here. And this is my kelp farm of 5 layers. And this is not by design. This works in all versions. I'm not going to do a tutorial on it because there's tutorials on this particular farm already. But this thing is a beast. Like, when I said it in the video, I was like, probably not. Like, come on. But this kelp farm is 50% of what's going to be there. Like, in this slot here is going to be another kelp farm, and this half of it is 5 layers deep, or 5 layers down, and it's got about 12 blocks height to it, and it's probably been running for about 12 hours now. And at first it was these 6 chests at the top. These completely full to the brim, and then I extended it down by another 6, so yeah, it was pretty much came out to, like, it came out to here. So I was like, okay, let's extend it down to bedrock. So I brought it all the way down here, and it's already filled up for 5.5 double chests. So this thing's gonna be like a super duper kelp farm. This is gonna be so good. Bear in mind, this is only half the farm, so imagine it with the full farm in place. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. And this thing would probably drop about 9 stacks. Melons a few more, but I might delay it because obviously item limits and that. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. Let's move on to these, because actually no, let's move on to this bit. So I've got the cactus area here. It's sort of got 5 rows of 13 cactus. At least I hope it's 13. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yep, 13. So there's quite a lot of cactus there, and it's 5 layers deep. And there's as you can see, there's water at the bottom with hoppers. And this was built literally about less than a week ago. And I've probably spent about 2 hours running this. And I've already filled up nearly 3 double chests of cactus. Bear in mind, you do lose a few drops as well. So I've probably lost about half a double chest worth, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know. Probably a lot less than that, but still, this thing is super duper efficient. Like, more cactus than I'll need in my life already. And yeah, it's looking quite good, but I'll probably use fence gates in the survival version, because then you don't get items stuck on these. I mean, the only items that get lost are ones that get stuck on the cactus and destroyed, so they don't hang around and prevent lag. Oh, stop, they just don't cause lag. Right, so moving on to my next one. This is obviously my sugarcane farm. It's powered by just observers and redstone. And in the survival version, I will just use 1 observer per sort of row. But I just thought to make it look nice and look creative, I'd do this. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules. 5 modules wide and 10 modules deep, so there's 50 modules, all stacked directly on top of each other. So that is good. And this produces a ton, an absolute ton of sugarcane. Like, I've only put 12 double chests down. Oh, the room's there. But yeah, I've filled up every single one. I've filled up all the sugarcane chests, so that's a good thing. But I'm not worrying about drops as of now because, well, it's creative. And I'm moving over to my nether wart farm. This is just a temporary way in. I'll have a nice looking way in on the survival version. And it's powered by sort of dispensers and water. And I've set it 1 block back because obviously water columns are a thing now. Or the bubble columns. I mean, if I had it here, it'd create a bubble column here. And then the buckets wouldn't pull the water back in. And also these items just bob up and down. So if I set it 1 back, just means that, you know, it can just flow through nice and easily. And unfortunately, by doing that, By doing that, I sort of lose one block here. So what I've done there is I've put hoppers down here, sort of catch the items sort of as soon as I can. I mean, they sort of, I get rid of lag as soon as I can, really. And then they go down all through layer 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And they come down here, and then they sort of go down there behind this chest. And it hasn't really been that efficient because obviously item limits. Like, this is all I got off from one harvest. It probably takes more than that to plant the entire thing. So I've lost nether wart. But right now I've got a button activated, and it will remain that way. Because obviously these farms I'll have to place it in. And if you wonder what these two sections are over here is going to be on the, if I face the iron farm, on the left hand side it's going to be wheat, and on the right hand side it's going to be beetroot. And if you're wondering why I haven't built them yet, it's because they're going to be the exact same design as the nether wart farm, just one block forward with the dispensers. And over here on the left is carrot, on the right potato. And obviously this is going to be melon, that pumpkin, that another kelp farm, and that will be another nether wart farm. And if bamboo is farmable, I will place a bamboo farm in this section here. I'll sort of mine all this bit out and put bamboo down, make a super good bamboo farm so I can get a bunch of scaffolding. But yeah, that's it so far. That is my farm project, which I'll start hopefully in the next episode. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, leave it a big thumbs up because it lets me know you enjoy it. And comment down below about if I've missed any farms. And disclaimer, I do know I've forgotten cocoa bean, chorus fruit, chorus flower, snow farms and that. But they're going inside the base. Well, some of them are. Like cocoa bean's going to have its own little section inside here. As well as like flower farms, snow farms, stuff like that. Just to make it a lot easier. A bit more just make it a bit nicer, because obviously I don't know how to harvest it outdoors, so you sort of need indoor space. But anyway, if you want to see that, obviously I'll be building most of it on these videos. The only thing I won't is probably like repeats of these. It's like if I build one wheat farm, I'll probably build the rest of the potatoes, carrots and wheat and beetroot farms off camera. Anyway, see ya.